Cause he ain't noticed, but I was moving in. I brought my cat. I brought a real life cat with me. I got over to his house. He said, "Darling, I'm here with all my stuff. Can you help me get some of my stuff out the car, please? I have a suitcase and stuff like that." It's so good to talk to you. So good. I'm so glad that I'm moving in with you. He said, "Moving in?" So I heard we on here telling secrets since, TikTok about to expire. Alright, I got one. I got a crazy one. And I ain't never told nobody this. Girl, you ain't gonna believe this. Oh my God. So, my lease had expired. I was overstaying my welcome at my apartment. Okay, I knew I didn't have nowhere else to go at the time. And I was like, I gotta stay here until the last second. So I got on TikTok and I took a picture and it said 0 matches on Tinder. It was one of them random filters. And I was like, I ain't been on Tinder in a few years. I get on Tinder. I start going on dates. Okay. I meet this guy. He pulls up in a red Tesla, picks me up. We go on this beautiful date, a candlelit violin type thing. That was the second date. The first date he took me on, it was a very upscale restaurant, rooftop view. He was pulling out all the stops. And, I do the seduction. The thing is, I had just learned that I had Cameroonian heritage. And back in my country, we speak French and we speak English, okay? Now, I'm American. So I started testing out this French accent, right? I started testing out this French accent, and I was just playing around at first. And then I got good at it, and I was like, damn. So I started using it in everyday life. Every time I went on a date with this man, I spoke in his French accent, okay? "Hello there, baby. What are you doing?" "Absolutely. We can go, sure. Anytime. Me and you?" "Oh, yes, I would love that, darling." Girl, I was a whole actress. I spoke in a French accent the entire time. This man still think I'm French to this day. Girl, he still think I'm French to this day. Oh, all right. So like I told you, I didn't have nowhere to live at the time. My lease was expiring. So I'm going out on dates with him. We never slept together. So I was going out on dates and he really wanted me and da-da-da-da-da. And one day I call him. I'm like, "I want to be in your world, darling."
She's a scammer.
He was like, yeah, I'll send an Uber to pick you up. You can come by my place tomorrow.
Oh, no.
I was like, cool. I put everything, all of my items, suitcases, books, clothes, hangers in that Uber. I stuffed everything in that Uber. Because he ain't noticed, but I was moving in. I brought my cat. I brought a real life cat with me. I got over to his house. He said, "Darling, I'm here with all my stuff. Can you help me get some of my stuff out the car, please? I have a suitcase and stuff like that." It's so good to talk to you. So good. I'm so glad that I'm moving in with you. He said, "Moving in?" I said, "Yes, what do you mean?" "Yes, I'm moving in. You got my voice message, didn't you, baby? You said you want to be in love with me. Well, now's your chance." Girl,
And then they want to ask, why do men become dogs? Well, it's because they got tricked by a woman just like this one. This is beyond manipulation. This is just straight up scamming. This is just straight up being a con artist. So because you have an inability to fund your own lifestyle, you convince a man that you're falling in love with him, adopt a feminine sounding accent, and play with his emotions enough to have him let you move in with him. By the way, I took a look at this pathetic green-haired woman's Instagram profile and found out essentially what I thought that I'd be able to find out by going up here. She's a weirdo, right? Just take a look at like reels and stuff like this. Dancing mermaid goddess. Sending you offerings of good fortune. Cashapp me, Venmo, Apple Pay, or PayPal. I will dance for you in a melodic mermaid tone in order to make you feel good about yourself. Absolutely terrible, nasty, and disrespectful work. But if he went up on her profile, he would have saw how crazy this modern woman was and never allowed her to move in the first place. What's also crazy about this as well, if you take a look at some images of her digital footprint from years ago, actually, never mind, this is from a couple of months ago, you would see what appears to be a lovely young woman. Here's how they show up on the date. Meanwhile, she's a thought bop 304 who teaches classes on how to be the same.
He sat me down in his bedroom. He was like, he started rubbing on my shoulder. He said, "So what are you, baby? A con artist?" No, what do you mean, con artist? You said to me that you want to fall in love with me. Well, then let's start a life together. I don't understand why. What is the problem? What is the matter with you, huh? What?
My G, this is the exact moment that you kick her ass up out of the crib. Someone cannot just come to you with all of their shit in the car and you allow them in. She is destined to be homeless. Leave her where she lie.
Oh, you want me to leave? No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, moving in, though? Like, no. Long story short.
Yeah, look at that wig.
I end up living with this man.
Wow.
We end up dating, boyfriend, girlfriend. I meet his son, meet his family. I'm cooking and cleaning. Okay, cooking and cleaning. Playing house. We're playing house now. We're having a good time.
Your father must be very happy with you.
I done lived with this man for 6 months.
A 6 month lie.
Where I'll be at the home and I was talking and I'll be talking my French accent like, oh my God, no one will be home, right? And I'm saying, oh my goodness, I need to get this done, I need to get this done, I need to get this done. And I opened the door, he was in the bathroom. I was like, oh, I said, girl, you better keep that French going. Could you imagine him coming home and me be at the house just like, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, baby? What you doing? Okay, you want dinner? What you want to dinner? That Korean barbecue I made the other day. Hey, that was good, wasn't it? Girl, I wanted to switch it up so bad just to laugh, but I was like, girl, no, this is your place to stay. Just keep on the path. Just keep on the path.
Wow.
I live with this man. I meet his family. I meet his son. His dogs love me. And this is why we broke up. You ready? You're not ready. You're not ready. You're not ready. You're not. So even though all this craziness happened, he had 2 dogs. One dog was young, had a lot of energy and in love with me. Like, he was literally confused as to why his dog loved me so much. But, you know, it's just that energy, baby. Then he had another dog that was old and sick. And because it was sick, the bladder was not working. It wasn't bladdering like it was supposed to bladder. And it used to pee and poop all over the ground. Okay. So he went to Florida with his family for family vacation. And I stayed back and stayed in his house, stayed with home. He had a great, nice house out in the suburbs. It was like a 5-bedroom, really nice house, 3 levels, beautiful, huge backyard, just in a great neighborhood, very quiet, very upscale, with his Tesla in the garage, and all that, yeah. But this dog kept everywhere. And when he went to vacation and he had me stay at the house, I was taking care of the dogs. And I figured out a way where the dog could stay in this one area, this gated area, so that when the dog pooped, we could clean it up and we could keep the house clean, right? He comes back, lets the dog loose, all of a sudden there's poop everywhere again. I couldn't take it. I was like, baby, we have to do something about this poop. I cannot live like this. It's disgusting. It's a pigsty. He was like, my dog's gonna die. My dog's dying. What do you want me to do?
You don't even care. Wow.
My dog's dying. Okay, what do you want me to do? Okay, I had that dog since I was 14.
This man is letting you stay rent-free in his crib on the drop of a dime. You have convinced him that you want to be in a relationship with him. He's introduced you to his family. He's introduced you to his son. And this is how you repay him, by mocking him and his dying dog on the For You page of TikTok. These modern women today complain so much that men lack emotion, but you're seeing the lack of a modern woman emotion right here. If it was a man that was doing this, the entire internet would be coming for him. But since it's a woman, she gets praised. And just to prove it to you, this video has over 6 million views with over 1 million likes. That view to like ratio is absolutely insane. I mean, damn near unheard of. Men getting taken advantage of is hilarious content, right? But if a dude uploaded a content about this, he's a broke, dusty bum who should have stayed living with his mama, ain't good for nothing. Getting your cheeks clapped and keeping up the charades for 6 months is diabolical work. But let's see what happened to that dog.
I'm not gonna kill my dog. I'm like, calm down. Shh. Please calm down. I'm not asking you to kill your dog. I'm asking you to come up with a solution. Can you solve problems? Can you solve problems? He was like, blah, blah, blah. We get into an argument about this poop on the ground. And eventually he starts yelling at me, right? I was like, oh no, I'm not going to deal with it. So I leave out the front door, and his dog happened to be coming in at the same time. I almost squished the dog with the door. The dog almost had a fatality, okay? He was like, don't you squish my dog. I was like, shut the fuck up. I still had the accent. Bitch, I wasn't playing. I was and scene. I said, shut the fuck up. Girl, I had that accent down to, I turned into a whole French woman. I was eating long bread. So that was the last straw. He was like, you can't live here anymore. I was like, fine, call me and do that. Call me and do that. And help me get my things to this car. Okay? He calls an Uber. Okay? I put all my things in the car.
You got kicked out. Good.
I go directly back to my mom's house.
Good.
A week later, he calling me talking about, oh, I'm sorry how that ended. You know, you want to come over sometimes? Blocked.
So after all of that, you almost killed the man's pet. This is actually so insane. And this guy was a victim of a manipulator, a master actress manipulator who didn't give not a shit about him. Only thing that she cared about is the duckers in his bank account and the asset of a home that she wanted access to. And although I'm finding it hard to place blame on the guy, fellas, you got to understand that this exists out there. They're letting you know the game in 3D. They are professional liars, women just like this one. They will scam you not just for 6 months of your life in a relationship, but they will scam you for littler things, such as scam you out of your time because they're bored for the night and they want somebody to hang out with, but they're not interested in you, or scam you out of a free meal because, again, they're bored or they're hungry, but they don't want to be courted by you. They just want to extract funds out of you. Although the gentleman was smart enough to make enough money through his talent, his skill set within his career to afford all of these things, he was not smart enough to sniff out her desperate attempt of seeking shelter. And that's the learning lesson from him. And to be honest, the scary part about this is, like, women like this would lie up until the ring. Once they get the ring, and as well as maybe several years under their belt so that no-fault divorce can come into play, effectively utilizing the federal government to play the most fraudulent scheme, utilizing your love, the history of mankind. Be safe out there, gentlemen. The best advice that I can give to you guys is to be able to tell the real from the fake, is that you always have to bring it back to the actions, not the words. And then always cross-reference her family as well as her friends. Because where she's a good actress at, the family and friends are not as invested into her lies in order to keep up the charades. And a lot of these women can talk a fantastic game, but unless she is willing to invest into you back, then it's all bullshit. It comes back to the action. If anyone knows the young Tesla-owning man that got done dirty by this Lilith, please tell him to contact me. I would love to have a conversation with with you, my G, on my platform. This woman is currently riding high off of lying to you for 6 months, as well as the social media validation benefits that she's currently getting on her TikTok. Let's get your side of the story out here and see what we can do about this. And to all of the MTRs, all of the ladies that watch this channel, I think looking at the comments underneath her post is exactly why you need to go above and beyond to separate yourselves from tyrant women like this. Using the European French accent rather than Cameroon French accent is the cherry on top. This is so damn funny. 46,000 likes. It's not even an African accent. Laughing emojis, 50,000 likes. Con artist took me out. Laughing, laughing, laughing emojis, 60,000 likes. 6 months, girl, you need an Oscar with like 10 laughing emojis. 100,000 likes. As long as these Delilahs run the street, they will give all women a bad name. But no longer will content like this continue to rise unchecked. Not on my watch. Leave me your comments down below and let me know exactly what you feel about this. Until next time, YouTube. Peace.
You don't wanna see me get vexed. Bars on your phone, tell a man you can't jet. The big the ones who can't stretch. Breaking the neck when we in the car next. You don't wanna see me get vexed. Bars on your phone, tell a man you can't jet. The big the ones who can't stretch. Breaking the neck when we in the car next. That bars need defibrillation ASAP. Get boxed with a straight gap. I'm reminded of mind state they lack. Every time that they incline, we go way back. All they wanna be is just